Welcome, Charger family, to Mrs. Boyd's math room. I'm Mrs. Boyd. Thanks for joining me today for a quick talk about order of operations. So first thing of order of operations that we want to do is talk about what the actual order is. You may have heard PEMDAS as your acronym. The one I have learned about how to remember this is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS. Those go in the order of importance. So first, your first order of importance is going to be with P, parentheses. That can be actual parentheses. It can be brackets of any kind. It can also be a fraction bar. Okay, that means that the numerator is grouped together and the denominator is grouped together. Next for the E or excuse is exponents. All exponents come next. Multiply and divide are of equal importance next, and you do those from left to right. So you start, like you're reading, you start on the left of an expression or an equation and move towards the right. And last, add and subtract, also of equal importance, and you move from left to right. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person to say these things to you. So I hope you're remembering these from times past. You can also think of it as grouping symbols instead of parentheses, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to stick with please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right, I'm going to get a little bit closer here. Woo, that was a little bit too much. So the order of operations, step one, I'm going to kind of circle what changes so you can see it. Step one, evaluate expressions inside parentheses or grouping symbols. So first, you're going to do 3 plus 2. This is going to be step number one, add what's in the parentheses. And then we get 3 plus 2 is 5. So we write the 5 there. It's going to stay in the parentheses. Step two, evaluate all of the exponents or powers. Well, then we're going to take 2 to the, or 5 to the second power, which turns into 25. 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, evaluate all multiplying and dividing in order from left to right. Well, that means we're going to multiply 4 times 25 and get 100. And then we're going to do 10 divided by 2 and get 5. Last but not least, evaluate all adding and subtracting from left to right. So 7 minus 100 is 93, negative 93. And then negative 93 plus 5 is negative 88. So as long as you follow those rules in that order, you're going to be doing amazing. Let's try, I don't know why these are doing this. Hold on. Okay, let's see if I got it to work here. Let's try some of these on our own. So first, we've got please, the P and please. So P is parentheses. So let's see here. We've got actually 2 parentheses. And I know you're thinking, oh my goodness, but what happens is you're going to find the outermost parentheses, and then you're going to look inside. And you say, okay, I've got 4 minus parentheses again, 5 minus 3. Well, once you look in the parentheses, you start with PEMDAS all over again. So then we look for more parentheses, which happen right here. So we can rewrite this. Oh, I forgot one too. We've got a grouping symbol right here at our fraction. So let's kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going to make 2 changes all at once. 48 is going to stay the same. I can't change 48, but 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, and that's 8. And everything else will stay the same until we get to the innermost parentheses. And then we've got 5 minus 3 is 2. All right. Then we've got one more set of parentheses we've got to get rid of here at the 4 minus 2. So 48 divided by 8 is going to stay the same, times 3 plus 5 times 4 minus 2 is 2. Now, no more parentheses, no exponents. So we're going to do multiply and divide from left to right. So first we start with 48 divided by 8 is 6 times 3 plus 5 times 2. Then we multiply again. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. And that's all the multiplication and division. And then we add and subtract. 18 plus 10 is 28. And that's our final answer. Let's try the same thing on the next expression. We've got this giant fraction bar that is a grouping symbol. We didn't need that on the end. Don't know why I did that. So let's start with the top. We have no parentheses, and the parentheses here where the 2 is just, we're using that to multiply. So we start with the exponent. 2 to the 5th power is 2 times itself 5 times, so that's 32, minus 6 times 2. And the denominator will have, you know what, we're just going to work on the numerator for now. Then that's going to turn into, we're going to multiply next, 32 minus 12. And then that will turn into 20. Let's look at the denominator now. We've got 3 to the 3rd power is 3 times 3 times 3. Well, that's 27 minus 5 times 3 minus 2. Then we do the multiplying. 27 minus 15 minus 2. We add or subtract from left to right. 12 minus 2. And then we've got 20 over 10. 20 stays the same. We do that last 12 minus 2 and get 10. Last but not least, we divide. I can really just cancel out the zeros and get 2 as my final answer. Okay, you're up. Try this last one on your own and see what you get. All right, I got it all figured out. Here we go. We've got some parentheses. So we're going to do, everything's going to stay in the same, except for now we've got 2 in the parentheses. Okay, now P for Pim and PEMDAS is done. E for exponent, so we'll stay the same except for 2 cubed now becomes 8. Okay, no more E. PEMDAS P-E-M, multiply and divide from left to right. So first we have 10 minus 2, then we have plus 8. Well, our first divides right here, 8 divided by 4. So everything stays the same, but 8 divided by 4 is 2, and then times 3. Then we have another multiply, 10 minus 2 plus 2 times 3 is 6. Now we move on to add and subtract from left to right. 10 minus 2 is 8, and 8 plus 6 is 14. All right, let's see if my stuff's going to all move. All right, last part today, we're going to look at what happens if we plug a number into an expression and evaluate. So we're going to use A equals 12, B equals 9, and C equals 4 for all 6 of these problems. Let's plug these in. We've got A squared is 12 squared, plus B, which is 9, minus C squared, which is 4 squared. No parentheses, so we can move on to exponents. We've got 2 of those, 144 plus 9 minus 16. Well, 144 plus 9, if we're going to move from left to right, is 153 minus 16. That's a minus, there we go. 153 minus 16 is 137 for our answer. Okay, so I want you to pause and work through either one at a time or work through all of these, and check your work, please. All right, now we've got 2 times C, which is 2 times 4. And then that is times A plus B. PEMDAS tells us we use the P portion, and 12 plus 9 is 21. We multiply across from left to right. 2 times 4 is 8 times 21, and 8 times 21 is 168. Before we get started on number 3, it's missing a little something. It's missing, there should be some parentheses around 4b. So let's plug our numbers in. We've got bracket 12 squared divided by 4 times 9 in parentheses plus 4. So inside of our brackets, we've got parentheses. So that means that's the part we have to do first. So 4 times 9, we're going to leave 12 squared just like it is for now, divided by 36 plus 4. Now we do the exponent. 12 squared is 144, divided by 36 plus 4. Still working inside the bracket here. 144 divided by 36 is 4 plus 4. And then our final answer when we add is 8. C squared times 2b minus a. We've got 4 squared times 2 times 9 minus 12. So we're going to look in the parentheses first. And in the parentheses, we'll multiply first. 18 minus 12. Still in the parentheses, 18 minus 12 is 6. Now we're going to do the exponent, and we get 16 times 6. And that means our final answer is 96. 2 more. We've got b c squared times 4 squared plus 12, all divided by 4. So the fraction bar is a grouping symbol. So on the top, we start over with PEMDAS, no parentheses, yes, exponents. So 9 times 16 plus 12 divided by 4. And then we multiply and divide from left to right. And that gives us 144 plus 12 divided by 4. Add or subtract on top. That gives us 156 over 4. And then we divide and get 39. Last one, b squared is 9 squared minus 2 times 4 squared divided by 12 plus 4 minus 9. So let's look at the numerator first. We have 2 exponents, so let's just knock those all out at once. But 81 minus 2 times 16. And the bottom's going to stay the same. 12 plus 4 minus 9. And then we'll multiply on the top. So that's 81 minus 32 all over 12 plus 4 minus 9. We add or subtract on the top. So that's going to give us 49. Then we'll work on the bottom at the same time here. We've got 16 minus 9. Well, that's 49 over 7. 49 over 7 is 7. I hope these are real straightforward for you, perfectly clear. But please let me know if you have any help. I'm here to help, and I hope to see you real soon.